Tune in. This week in car audio. Tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Welcome to This Week in Cardio with your host, Doug Stockton, the Judge, with Jeffrey Fernandez. What's up, Jeffrey?
Hey, Doug. Nothing much. How are you?
Just fine, sir. I'm sharing away right now. And then once I'm done sharing, I got to grab all the stuff so I can throw it on. We can see the chat. How was your turkey day, sir?
It was good. I spent it with the in-laws down in what they call deep East Texas. Deep East Texas, so they say. But it's always nice catching up with the in-laws. The drive out there is really nice. That's what I have to say about Texas. There's some really nice, scenery and stuff like that. So it was really cool. Just pretty quiet. Thanksgiving. How was yours?
We just went over a friend's house and had Thanksgiving with their family. And it was pretty small for what I'm used to. Let's see, so I'm all shared now. So we just had stuff with their family and hung out, played games, and they watched some foosball, I guess. I'm not a big football fan.
Speaking of,
despite the shirt,
despite the jacket you got there.
Yeah, fan.
Speaking of, well, I was gonna say, yeah, we're gonna have some viewers probably turned it off because of the jackets.
No, everybody loves the Raiders. The Raiders are the shiznit, dude. Vegas Raiders. Yes, Vegas Raiders now. Oops, I pushed the wrong button here. Bam. All right. Let's see if this works here. Pop out chat and then go back to here. All right. Anyway, now let's see if my stuff shows up in the chat. Tristan out of Bridgetown, Barbados says, apparently it looks like I dressed for the cold. I am in a garage. Hey, there we go. Test did work. I am sitting in a garage in Reno where it is currently 27 degrees outside.
Holy moly.
Speaking of Joe Mullen, Joe, we were talking about your daughter just a minute ago.
You was.
For the people that don't know Joe, that's Gracie. Gracie came out here to World Finals and competed on the West Coast. But anyway, Doug, is the laptop plugged in? Yes, it is. This time it is. So everything seems to be working good this week.
Nice.
So Gracie, Joe's gonna be a grandpa, I guess, eventually or something. So,
cool.
So people that know Gracie, congratulations. It's cool. Gracie's a great person. Her and her dad, great people. Met them at the World Finals multiple times, so that was cool. Real quick, let's grab our sponsors real quick. eBox Designs and Install out of Dallas, Texas area. Get a hold of them if you want something. Voodoo Customs and Crossfire Car Audio. They had a little special going on. Hey Jeffrey, what was that? What did that special end up being anyway?
It was a Black Friday special,
Yeah,
as well as a pre-order on some really new fancy amps that's coming out.
Are they the XS SPL amps?
No, believe it or not, it's an oldie. I think I might have mentioned this a couple weeks ago.
You might have.
It's an older line that Roger's bringing back. It's the BMF series. So
Oh, that's right, BMF.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the old white ones?
No, it's just a series name that's coming back. It's going to be, the newer look of the amplifiers, newer technology, smaller footprint, which is kind of like a big thing nowadays. So
it is.
Oh yeah, like Incriminator. They started all that small footprint stuff.
yeah.
Oh no, they didn't start that small footprint.
Well, maybe okay.
But
Since I've been around,
all right.
they
So
were one of the first ones that I've
do,
seen do it.
Do you remember the Mats amps?
Were the
No, not
mats like
really.
that?
MM Mats. So their first 3,000 watt amplifier you could literally stick inside of a door, behind a door panel.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
It was about the
Sweet.
size of a book. So,
Oh,
maybe a
that's
Bible, like a thicker book, So yeah,
But their style amps right now, the Incriminators, it's a similar style to how I think Zapco was. I think they had some of their amps.
oh
It
really?
was like a double stack type
okay.
amplifier. Yeah,
Oh,
that they used to have.
Tiffany being in Bridgetown, Barbados, she says it's a rough 80 degrees Fahrenheit where she's at.
Oh my god.
Jeremy.
Yeah, it's about 27 where I'm at, Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I'm out in the garage because I don't want to disturb my aunt since I'm staying at her house. But anyway, our guest this week is Mr. David McKay, bass race extraordinaire. It wasn't his best year at the finals though this year.
No, you can't win them every year, but I've still made my statement on the base race.
You did, and then you stepped. How far did you get in Top Dog?
I think I got fourth, but top five. I know. I can't remember exactly where I placed. I think I got fourth. Maybe no. Actually, I think I actually took some hardware home, so maybe I got third.
Okay. Is David actually wearing a shirt? Yeah, we were going to bring that up eventually. Yeah, he
I told you it's going to
be. He actually did. He wore a Christmas sweater, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, my good old Christmas PJs.
As David Hunt says, it's a shirt on for now.
Yeah, I mean we can change it all. I mean, I don't want you to get this video, taken off the interwebs,
Tyler Archer up in Canada says it's minus 21 where he's at.
Minus 21. Oh,
I'm cold just thinking about that.
Jeez.
So anyway, hey Dave. So today we didn't have really any agenda or whatever we're going to talk about. Just talk about in general, what's going on in life, how things going, that kind of stuff.
Sounds like my life, just winging it.
Just winging it.
Just winging it.
Eric Hansen says it's 46 in Texas. Chris Gregory says, says you didn't take third because he did.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I took someplace. I don't remember exactly.
Tristan says, Jeffrey, do you need me and Tiffany to do some beta testing for you on your new amps?
Possibly get in line.
I was going to say, I'm sure you don't have a short supply of people willing to beta test stuff for you. So, Dave, what did you do for your Christmas or your Thanksgiving?
Well, I done nothing for Christmas just yet, but so we did our Thanksgiving. Well, my family's Thanksgiving, we did it Saturday, so I went down and ate with my family Saturday, and then the wife's family, they came up yesterday, and I smoked a turkey and got all fat and sassy, as they would say.
Joel piping in from the Philippines. I guess he's out in the Philippines right now.
What?
Well, he did say he was going there. Yeah, he said he was going to go there because that's why he bought some more of the jerseys from World Finals. Jeremy Scroggins asked, when will memberships be available to renew? Typically, that is right after CES is typically when DB Drag puts that out.
But you can still get your points now. It'll still all accrue.
Right.
Once you get your membership, it'll just, carry along.
Yep.
Carry over.
It will absolutely.
CES, that's February, March?
January.
January.
Oh, January, you're not a CES goer? Man.
No, man. Not yet. I do want to make a trip to the Sundown show. I mean, I ought to. I've not made it down to that one yet either, but
Okay.
that's kind of if I go to any big shows this year, it'll probably be the Sundown show.
No, it's Autorama. You're gonna come out with
Well,
everybody
okay.
else to
I'm not
Autorama.
driving to Autorama. I looked that up that night. I was talking crap in y'all's video, and it said 1 day and 10 hours. I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to drive that one. I was like, that seems like a flight.
That does seem like a flight.
That seems like a flight.
Yes. So, but no,
were you interested in doing something like that? Dave is bringing
if I can make it happen,
yeah,
I will definitely fly out. I'm sure y'all can find me a vehicle.
Oh, I promise you we can. Dude, we'll line up vehicles for all the people that want to fly in.
I'm good with that. I'll even bring my hardware to show off a little bit.
Is anybody going to CES? That's from Manny. I personally am not going to CES because right after CES is a big bowling tournament, and you only get so much time off a year. So that's right. So he was telling me he's going to be competing. Joel is going to be competing this coming weekend, for the Car Audio Asian Finals in the Philippines.
Oh, that's not a DB drag, is it? Is that a DB drag?
It's not a DB drag event.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if is that maybe Mecca?
I don't know, Joel. What organization? That might be Emma, because he has an Emma sticker on his car. So maybe Emma, which is really popular in Europe and stuff. Josh K2, one of those expensive bass knobs.
Bass knobs.
Yeah. I know, like Chris likes to talk about those. But anyway, so yeah, do you have any new builds coming up? You just going with the same old Dave, or what's the deal with you?
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I agree.
Now I do plan on reconing my NSV3 retros. I'll be reaching out to Dan Horner at DTX and those guys to get my recones. Me and Sean Mayo, we reinforced the back of my truck with some sound deadener. And now I'm wired at 1, rising to 5.6.
Okay.
So I'm going to recone to cut that down to get that salt 8 to maybe, my goal is to get it at maybe 2, 2.5. So see a little bit more power out of it.
Oh, I understand that. But it's when you're rising up to 5, your response curve is going to be way smoother than when you're at.
It won't make a difference in my truck as bad as I hate to say it.
I don't know.
Before I did any modification to the back of the truck because it was ripping the body apart, I was at 1 wired to 1, rose to 2.3, and literally it feels no different.
Okay. Joel says he's doing CAN, which is Car Audio Network.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Ever bowled against the Troop or are you just local? For me, Mr. Hunt, yes, Kyle Troop. That's the pro with the fro, they call him. As a matter of fact, this weekend I bowled against Jake Peters, PJ Haggerty, Josh Blanchard, Kevin Williams. Those are all national titleists that I've bowled against. PJ Haggerty is number 50 all time for the most titles in the PBA. Let's see, who else was there that you would probably know on the national side.
David said he cut his fro off.
Oh,
he what?
Did?
I missed
David
something.
Hunt said he cut his fro off.
Kyle Troop cut off his fro.
Oh, that hasn't popped up on my feed yet. So, so he may not have. So what Kyle does is he only for TV shows does he fro it up. Other than that, it's just down. So he tries to brush it straight and stuff when he's not bowling.
Yeah, probably a heck to maintain as well.
Oh, dude, it would be a nightmare. So, but yes.
Maybe it's a
Uh,
superstition. Maybe he does that so he could bowl.
Yeah.
Oh
well
yeah,
or
that's his
something.
lucky stinky sock. That's what that is.
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, there's David Hunt said he cut it off.
Mm.
He's in. Joel says he's encouraging people here for them to try DB drag racing in the Philippines.
Sweet.
Mel Valadez popping in.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Killen just hopped in the chat.
Yes. So
Oh,
yeah, just
yeah.
so I don't know where I finished up personally in the whole grand scheme of things, but I did okay. I was definitely in the top 1/3 of the bowlers in this tournament. That there was
Oh, nice.
180 bowlers, I believe, in this, and I was in the top third for sure. So, but as a team, the way the bowling tournament worked is it was our team against the team we were bowling against, and it was ridiculous. If you averaged 1,000 for your team, you were doing really good. We averaged
up to
over
1,000?
1,000, huh? Yeah,
It
1,000
was up to
pins.
1,000?
No.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
a perfect score would have been 1,500.
Oh, wow.
But the
Yep.
lane conditions were difficult, so 1,000 was a good score for a team.
Oh,
And
nice.
we averaged over 1,000, and we
What's
lost
up,
all
Mel?
but one game. It just everybody's best game for the whole tournament just happened to be against us, so that kind of sucks. Oh, Mr. Killian popping in here. Haven't seen him on in a minute.
Yeah.
Says, good evening, guys. Been a while. Hope all is well with everybody. And yeah, I'm a beast on the lanes. I don't think so.
Beast.
Hey, that's Mr. 39.9. Great to see you from Mel Valadez.
Oh, what's up, Mel?
So,
Oh, there goes Chris.
yeah. So remember, my feed's a little bit behind. That's why I haven't seen it yet.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm using
just
my cell phone to watch just the live chat to keep up with it.
yeah. No, it'll pop up anyway. So, I heard a little birdie told me, Chris, that you were looking for a little beat the boss action. But
oh man, I'm down. You tell me when I'm ready.
But
I'm ready for it.
Hey, you have to make it to that level to play the best.
Oh,
you have to be the best to play the best.
You tell me when and where. I'm down to put some money on it.
So, hey, the next so we're doing at least 2 multi-venues this year, and you got to win your class. It's that simple.
Oh, that's simple. If I do 29 and 39 and win both, can I go against you twice?
If you have 2 different vehicles, yes, you can.
Oh, 2 different vehicles. Okay.
Chris Gregory says you lost that name to Mr. Mel Valadez.
I lost it. No, Chris saying I lost it to him.
Oh, to him?
Because he beat me at finals. He's the one who took me out
I
of
see
finals.
that. Yeah. Yes, I see. He said that'd be it. Yeah. Dustin Wright says, turn McKay's camera off till he shows his tits.
Till he shows.
Justin Stolman piping in with, he thinks he's Mr. 39.9.
Wow. In the season.
I know.
Ooh, okay. I mean, we can maybe get him in. I don't know where he's from, but maybe he can get in on some action too.
He's a Cali guy.
He's a Cali guy. Okay.
Yep. So,
sweet.
Yeah, maybe he'll show up to Autorama and you can face him head to head at Autorama.
Head to head action. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
David Hunt says, "Yeah, we've already all seen that."
Yeah, everybody's seen it. I mean,
yeah, it's not
somebody actually.
You're not showing anything new.
Yeah, somebody actually posted a live video of me shirtless on Matt Holleran's car. But hey, he needs somebody on the windshield, and my skin stuck to the windshield very well.
I believe it did. Harry Hansen says you have to win to play.
Oh, I'm good with that.
You have to win to play?
That's right. Win to play against me. Yeah, to beat the boss.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, but anyway, yeah. So we're looking to do at least 2 multi-venues this year.
Sweet.
So
yeah, I think Chris said that y'all already put y'all's dates out, and then I think me and Chris are going to sit down and figure out what ones we want to get in on.
Yep. Yeah, I gave Chris my dates, and
Sweet.
yep. Justin says, "Come on down to Autorama. He'll be there."
Sweet,
So,
sweet, sweet. Well,
um,
if I can make it work, plane ticket wise and everything like that, there's a lot of moving parts. If I can
oh
make it
yeah,
work, I'll give it a go.
yep. Yeah, that's it's Cinco de Mayo, so so it's that weekend.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's cool, and it's like I said, it's a 5X weekend. Eric's gonna come and try and get a bunch of points because he's gonna go after Moses and his points again.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
As long as Moses don't drop me like he did at finals, I'm good.
what did he do to you?
He dropped me. After
Oh
finals was
yeah,
done,
that's
he
right.
picked
He
me
Oh,
picked
up.
you
that's
up.
right.
That's
And
right.
yeah, we spilt out at finals. Yep.
Yes, I remember that. And
Yeah.
then we're gonna have Jimbo's gonna be there at Autorama.
Okay. My
So,
little spoon.
yeah, and
The little spoon.
and um, I think Ray told us that he was gonna go down to the 49 or the 39 class just because he was tired of playing in the class by himself.
By himself.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you can only do that for so long before you're just like, okay, here we are.
yeah. So, all
But I
right.
mean, I've seen him base race 49.9 out of that Blazer. It does
Oh yeah.
quite well.
Oh
I've
yeah.
never
No,
seen 39.9, but I imagine it probably would be okay as well.
yep. Well, when we first started base race, there was no rule that you can only compete in one class. And like Brian
Mhm.
Nyman, he would do 29,
Nyman, I
39,
remember.
and 49 at every show.
Oh yeah.
And in one
why
vehicle, he
not?
was able to do all of them.
Oh, nice.
So,
See, my truck is horrible sealed up. I lose like 4 dB when I seal it up, so I'm not able to do 49.9 out of my truck just yet.
so top dog, you can do 49s then, right?
Well, I've never
Cool.
tried it, but I mean, I'm sure it probably could.
Justin Stolman pulling out right now. He says, I think I see 39.9 side pot action.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's what
Hey,
we're famous for down here in Tennessee.
Hey, Justin, I'll tell you right now, whatever you got, he'll back it.
Oh yeah.
Th-
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna play against Dave, he will back it, whatever you got, because he's got
Oh yeah,
backings.
definitely.
They will go around and pass the hat to make sure they got enough to cover whatever
Oh
number
yeah.
that is.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That is not a doubt to me at all. There is no lack of confidence in the Tennessee base racers.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, I mean, hell, we started with 3 people in the Tennessee base racers, and at the Kentucky location, Tennessee base racers was almost half the entries, if not half. Yeah.
So SPL Mel Valadez, he's in your area, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna have
Okay.
2 during the season, base race type tournaments, right? We're gonna do the multi-venue stuff again.
Yep.
So Chris Gregory
But I
says
think
he's
that
jumping up.
Is that going to be a 3 location, or is that going to be a 2 location?
Most
has that
likely
been
it'll be a
discussed yet?
3. And we haven't discussed it
Okay.
yet, but most likely it'll be a
Okay.
3.
All right. Same way when we did the Tennessee versus Cali versus
Yeah,
Texas thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Richard.
Yeah, I knew
Richard
I was
Watts.
going to be all over whenever you told whenever the final round of Top Dog, it was me and Rosa, and he's like, "Oh, we got to work on some strategies." See, I was like, "Oh, okay, she's gonna dive it." I
Yeah.
knew that was gonna come. I was like, "Oh, okay," because I asked Chris, I was like, "You think she's gonna dive it at the end or what?" Because she was a leap ahead in points.
Oh, yes,
So
she
I was
was.
like, I've got to get her to that second round.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was, so I didn't, obviously my disadvantage was I was not there, so I couldn't hear her car.
Right.
I thought she just cut the radio off, but literally she just cut it down, and I think she cut it back up.
She did.
Because I was I was actually hanging with her as she was going down. So we were going down together.
Right.
But I was like, okay, if I can keep it at this rate, I'll get her into the second round. But she brought it back up, and I didn't know that. So that's when her score floated at the same, and mine kept dropping. But
Right.
if it would have stayed and we would have went to tiebreakers, that would have been
strategy.
That would have been something that would have been crazy because 2 vehicles turning down and then going to tiebreakers, that would have been pretty awesome.
Yes, it would have. Because then you would have had to get a perfect score.
Then it's a go. Like whoever gets the high score, perfect, or
Yep.
then it's a fair game right there.
Richard Ross says wants to know: are you going to be pulling out 2 vehicles this year, Dave?
Well, as of now, I've got the Canyon. I might just steal his car and base race with it too.
Okay. Julio says he's going to do 49.
No, Richard said they're going to be pulling out 2 cars.
Oh, we will. Yes, 2. Richard will.
Yeah, Richard's got another car in the build. I don't know if he's released it to the world yet, so I won't say. But
okay,
it's going to be a fun one, I think.
Cool. Julio, was it Team SSC Chivo? He says he's going to do 49.9 Top Dog. He likes that. That's a lot of fun for him, he says.
Oh, yeah. Top Dog is fun.
Oh, David Hunt says his money's on Tennessee.
Oh, of course.
Yep. Justin says he's got the home field advantage, though. Plus, he is going to be under in a loner.
Oh, I'll be in a loner. But see,
yeah.
Needs 2 rounds of practice.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, home field advantage might. I don't know about home field advantage because
I don't think that does much for base race and Top Dog.
Home field advantage don't really do nothing for me though.
No,
I mean, I'll be at GB Drag. That's where my home is. So I mean, it ain't gonna be nothing different.
They said he pulls with the just kidding, JK.
Well, no, you know what though? I remember when Jimbo had said so he does well in Canada, right? So then he goes to California where he's kind of thrown off a little bit by the way Doug,
puts on my shows,
base race. So that's kind of like home field advantage. It's like if you were in Doug's area this whole time doing base race, you're so used to his way of doing the events, base racing, calling out the numbers. But then when Jimbo came from the outside in, he kind of maybe lost that advantage and kind of threw him off a little. So I
remember when that first came up. So it was Slamology.
I
don't remember, but I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 2019. I think
I think it was 19. When I was wearing my slides.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and this was the first time anybody from Tennessee had Doug as the head judge, and he was doing his auctioneer stuff.
Yeah,
because usually it was Jeremy Creamer or maybe Weber or one of them guys.
Right.
But I remember that was the first year he came up, and the dude, all of Tennessee was like, "What in the world?" And I was like, "It's the same thing I've been teaching them from day one. Block everything else out. It didn't affect me a bit."
Yeah.
And and that's when we had the retry for the World Championship ring in Top Dog because there was issues at finals the year before that. But now I'm not going to lie. When he first started doing it, I was like, "Huh, that's different." And I was like, "Okay, now it's going to focus a little bit more." And that was it. But I like the way how he does it. I mean, it's definitely different. It definitely draws the attention that he wants to get when he's doing that. So I mean, why not do it?
Yeah. And truly, like I've mentioned many times, my intention is to put on a show, right?
Yeah.
We're there to entertain people. So
right.
That's why and that's my intention. It's never to mess with somebody or anything like that. Richard Ross says no, so they have a coupe and a GTI.
Oh yeah.
So he's putting
I didn't
it right
know if
out
we talked about the GTI yet, but yeah, he's got a little Volkswagen GTI that's pretty good. It's a nice little car.
Oh, okay. Yep. And Chris Gregory, we base race anyone's car anytime.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely
just blowing the smoke all up on my show and stuff.
Yeah.
You got anybody want some smoke? We got it right here.
Yeah, man.
Top Dog in Owensboro was fun.
Oh yeah. Eric had a hell of a weekend that weekend. I'm not gonna lie.
He did.
Man, it was a rough one for him, but hey, he still pulled it out, still made the car do its thing, and still came home with some hardware. I think he did too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Like I said, it's anybody can base race. I mean, I don't even practice and I can do it, and I'm dumb.
Yeah.
So but with practice, you can get so much better at base race.
Oh
and
man, I
Top Dog.
preach that to everybody.
Yeah.
Like I can grab a car and then go by the sound, the way the sound. Like all I got to know is
Yep.
what frequency the car plays. I can go by the sound and I can get within a dB on my first try ever touching it of where it's at.
Tristan saying that out in Barbados they're loving the Top Dog format. That's cool.
Sweet.
It's a great format. Yeah. So for me, when I get in somebody's car and they go, "Well, I've set it all up," I'm like, "Okay, dude, just is this the right song? Can I get to where I'm gonna get?" And then I'll turn it on and I'll adjust it by ear, depending on what class I'm at. And
now, most of y'all guys do bass knob though, right?
almost everybody does bass knob.
Oh, okay. See, that's where
Rosa,
the difference is here.
No. Rosa uses steering wheel controls.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like the pause and everything's on her steering wheel. So it's like
what? Okay.
unpause, volume up, volume down on the steering wheel controls.
Yeah.
But that's gonna hurt though when she ties, right? Because she's got to be out of the car.
Oh, if she gets to randoms,
Yeah. Rando numbers.
That's
okay.
why
So
she only
better win
did.
it quick.
That's why she only does Top Dog when it's that kind of level.
Yeah, that rule is null and void in that class.
Right.
Yeah.
Eric says he's gonna be practicing tomorrow. Oh, what the heck did I just do? All right, I pushed the button. It turned something blue here. Let's see. I do have an advantage because I have a fancy bass knob, bass knob recovery. Not everyone has one of those. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That is not a. I can block users. Right on.
Oh snap!
Try it.
You won't. Gonna chop and block tonight.
You won't. As a matter of fact, let me check in here. Question for David: how many events do y'all have in a given month?
Well, it depends on the month, if I'm being honest. We usually try to do at least one a month.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll do more than that. We don't have the best allocation for venues here in Tennessee. We've got one now in Ashland City at the fairground that seems to be doing well so far. But back down here in Tennessee, it's a bunch of Tennessee's the South. They like to shoot guns and stuff like that. So it's not everybody's A-okay with subs, because everybody who goes to show, somebody's going to want a demo. Someone's going to be loud. They're going to be heard from a distance. And that's kind of where the issue arises sometimes. I mean, I'm one of those guys too. I like to demo my stuff as well. But at the Ashland City venue that we found, we've not had, as far as I know, we've not had any complaints. It's not too far from town, but it's far enough. So it seems to be a good location as of now. But usually we try to do one a month. We can squeeze more in, and that's great. Towards the end of the year, if we have people needing points, we'll do a couple shows, to make sure that everybody has a chance to get their points for finals.
So I would guess where you're at, there's probably a bunch of like circle tracks and dirt tracks and where noise shouldn't be an issue, right? Drag strips. Yeah. So I would really try and look.
An arm and a leg.
Oh, do they?
Or some of them told us like $1,500 for a day.
So I have
for the parking lot.
Dude, I have a circle track that will give me the entire facility, parking lot, the track, everything for $300 a day, or $300 for a weekend is what he charges. That's Stockton Raceway. That's where we were doing the Stockton Beatdowns for you guys that know. But anyway, so we were doing the Stockton Beatdown shows, and that guy was hella cool. I mean, he loves what we did, and
nice.
And so he was all about that, and it was a racetrack, so nobody's gonna complain about the noise because, dude, our cars are way less louder than the circle track freaking headers that just straight dump.
Yeah, you got about 3 feet of pipe, and that's it.
That's it. That kind of like my '74 Trans Am. it might not have anything past the fenders.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Did you have I think you had were you the one that had a show and there was like an actual light tree for like racing? I can recall seeing pictures or video.
So I've
Well,
had
Access
light
Power
tree.
had that.
Oh, okay.
The Access Power show had that too.
Oh,
did it?
okay.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
They
because
might have
Scotty
gotten it.
Johnson took his down the track too.
Okay, so they might have gotten that from Sam Horn, because Sam Horn actually built a Christmas tree, the
Oh
bulbs
no,
and
this
everything.
was I think this was at a show where they had an actual light tree for people
Oh,
racing.
really?
Oh yeah. The Access Power
Oh,
show
okay.
actually had a legit drag strip.
Oh
They
wow.
held the
Okay,
show
that
at a
might have
drag
been it.
strip last
Okay.
year.
Well, we
Yeah.
had our World Finals at the drag strip in Sacramento a couple
Yeah.
years ago,
Oh,
and
nice.
and that actually, oh yeah, you didn't come out to that. That's the one Gracie came to,
Mhm.
and and those guys loved us. I mean, I'm not kidding you. 2 weeks after, like, hey, can we arrange that we're going to have you guys here again next year?
Oh,
So,
really? Nice.
yeah, and they wanted us to be there. So,
Sweet.
because realistically, car guys are car guys, right? Car guys and gals are car. Those drag people can see what we're doing and appreciate the work and time and love we spent, just like we can into their cars, right?
Yeah,
It's not
just theirs
what
is
we
under
do.
the hood, ours is in the cabin.
That's right.
Well, some cabin, maybe in the trunk,
Maybe underneath the car, about 3 feet, 4
Yeah.
feet. Jack up the
Yeah.
truck. Oh wait, that's not this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I mean, no, it works too. I mean, somebody put subs under a truck one day.
Oh yeah, no, I've had plenty of subs under a truck. I've had them in the bed of a truck. I've had them. We had an army truck, a flatbed army truck. A guy built a drywall metal stud enclosure all the way on the back of it, and then
nice.
filled it with subwoofers. And then he came to Autorama and he played it, and it exploded the drywall.
Oh man, that's gotta suck. Well, I know Chris told y'all about it last week, but we got a school bus.
Yep.
A miniature school bus.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got 815s in it. It's a crazy little thing.
Yep.
I love it.
I'll tell you, Jay's Alarms down in Fresno. He always has some kind of bus or something like that he brings, limo, and that he always builds them. There's he's friends with a limo company or party bus company, and so he does all their stuff, and then he has them come down to the shows quite often, and we meter them and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So, but no, that's cool, man. I love like I said, anytime we can cohabitate on a show with a car show or something else like that.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool. So that's one of the cool things, like Autorama. So Autorama is, I don't know what maybe a half-mile square, Jeffrey, probably. Would you guess? Because they have
I would think more, but
it might be, but
those different places where you can go in and out of, like halls, or is that what that is? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's the main hall, A hall, B, C, D, E hall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and set through 7, and then plus the stuff that's outside. So that's
nice. Okay.
So it gives you an opportunity. And then Sacramento, California finals were awesome. Great time, food, friends. That's from Mel Valadez. Yep.
Yeah.
And Sacramento Raceway is now closed. So that no more drag strip. I remember that. Let's see here. He's promoting. Josh is promoting Base Knob Recovery. So
I heard those things work pretty good for base race.
They do. If you understand your system even slightly, they're very, very helpful. Because you can dial it in. Instead of going up volume clicks, you can do partial clicks as you go through the knob.
Oh, okay. All right.
So does that make sense to you?
Your volume click, and then 100%.
Okay.
I mean, same thing that Wayne Harris did with the Hertz.
Yes.
He did the hertz, and then same thought
Yep.
process, just different application.
Right.
But but that just lets you that just lets you fine tune each volume click, like
That's
it's a
correct.
whole spectrum, and then you can, okay.
Yep.
Huh. I dig that.
Yep.
That makes sense for not busting wattage too. Okay, yeah, so you can dial it right up to power classes.
Correct. And then it has a full LED readout, so you can turn it up before you even turn it on, and you can literally, to right where it shows on, you can whatever you want, volume 85.2 or whatever, but you can literally dial it into exactly what you want, and then just push a button.
Oh, okay.
Push a button.
See, I remember back in the day, I could just I could press play on the radio, set my volume, click press play, and set the radio down, and she'd bump up to a perfect 39.9 or 29.9. Now that was back in the day, when Low Problems was allowed and all them good songs,
And that's another thing too, for his the bass knob for doing demo. That's actually a really good idea because as much as, at least here in California, I'm sure they do in the other areas, but as much as you demo, you really need to be paying attention to a lot of information with your subs and stuff, and that information can be fed back through to the bass knob to help you understand what's going on with your system, so you don't blow stuff, like, and know when it's, hey, you know what, it's time to chill out on giving demos for a minute, so.
But as I hate to say it, I'm opposite of that. I mean, now my stuff is all sundown, so it's durable equipment.
Yeah.
But I've always built my system to where, well, you know what? I'll take that back, because I know what volume that I can go to safely and leave it all day and not have to worry about it.
Yep.
But I mean, I know I could go to click volume 42, 43, 44. Then we're in clipping and stuff like that, but my Saltate seems to take that beating pretty well if it needs to.
Yeah, I mean, but you can, with the readout that's on the bass knob, you can look back and you can see it's clipping. Oh, it's getting to a point where it's not doing good. Back it off.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. It'll give you all the heads up information that you need. That's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, but it gives it to you electronically. A lot of guys can hear it in their. I mean, you obviously.
Yeah.
I can
hear when my stuff's hurting.
Yes.
Yeah. When she's screaming, I can hear it. Yeah.
And smell it too.
Yeah.
Well, it's sundown, so you always get a little bit of sundown blue smell.
That's just break-in smell. Is all that is.
Just breaking in.
You're just blowing the dust off the coals. That's it.
That's right. So no, that's cool. So Dave, how far is DTX from you?
Oh, a good long ways.
Oh, it is?
I don't even know. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's. I don't want to say it's a distance to Cali, but I think it's at least. I know when Dan and Kayla made the drive from DTX down to Triple Fest, which Triple Fest is like an hour and a half south of me.
Okay.
I think they ended up making that like a 2-day trip because it was such a distance.
Okay.
I know it's not the distance for me to Cali, but I know that it's. I want to say it's at least maybe a 12+ hour, 14-hour drive, possibly. Far enough that when I order my recones from Dan, they will be shipped. I will not go pick them up.
Well, no. So Dan had a show there at it near his shop last year.
Yeah.
That's why I was just curious if you were coming out to there, because there were a lot of people there, but they had no clue about DB drag or anything. Pop Tart flew out there.
Midwest SPL, I think, is what they have out there.
That is a big deal. Most of them were there for IASC. It was either IASC or USAC. But I do have plans in the next few years. Definitely not this year or next year after that. But in the next few years, I'm most likely going to be moving out to Kansas. And that's only like 4 hours from DTX.
Oh, that's doable. That's doable.
So
doable.
Dan is wanting me to try and expand the DB drag
Build DB
people
drag.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I did before Jeffrey took over in LA is I was driving to LA, once every month or once every other month to do shows down in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeffrey
Yeah.
started doing shows down there, which saved me from making that 4 to 5 hour drive to go do a show.
Yeah, because that's a long day.
It is. Because I do my show and then I turn around and drive home. So
Oh, so you try to do it all in one day? Yeah, that's a haul.
That's 10 hours of driving plus 6 hours of show. So it makes for a long day.
Oh wow.
But
I could see that. I could see that.
So what's your? I like the multi-venue show. What other shows do you like look forward to every year? Is there any other ones?
Well, I dig Triple Fest because it's almost in my backyard. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Access Power, it's the same way. It's a 2.5 hour drive, maybe. Well, no, it's probably a 3.5 hour drive for me to Access Power. Now, if I'm being honest, man, as bad as I hate to say it, I'm not really a drive across the country big show kind of guy. I kind of try to stay near home. There's a lot of I have gone to Slimology before. I take that back. Slimology's probably been the farthest I've driven for a show. I mean, even World Finals when it's in Owensboro or when it was in Huntsville, Alabama. That's only Huntsville's 2.5 hours away. Owensboro is like 4 hours away. So it's luckily where I'm located, everything's within 4 or 5 hour drive for most part. But if I do want to make the Sundown show, for obvious reasons,
Right.
I've been part of Team Sundown now for probably going on 2 years, so I definitely want to make that show for sure. If I can make it work, I'm gonna try to come out to y'all's Autorama.
I mean,
flying, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely not driving.
I promise you'll have a great time out there. We'll take care of you. So.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah.
You just got to work out the work schedule and make sure the family and the little one's taken care of, and then I'll definitely see if I can make it.
All right. Anyway, hey, we're gonna cut this one short because I am freaking freezing my balls off.
Your nose is getting red.
Is it?
Yeah.
Freaking dude, it is
like Rudolph a little bit there, man.
Dude, it is cold out here. So, but anyway, Dave, any last thoughts or whatever?
Well, I look forward to when we do our multi-venue event for sure. We had a really good outturning for our Mike Jones show that we had.
You did. That was awesome.
A couple weeks ago. I would never expect us to bring as much money as we did.
Yeah, you guys raised
I think
a lot
our
of
goal
money.
was like $5,000, and I think it ended up being like over 12.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Yeah, Chris said you were still counting.
Manufacturers.
Said they were still counting hit 12 and they were still counting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't remember what. I never did think. I didn't even think to ask Chris or any of them what the final number was, but it's up there. Yeah, it ain't going to cover everything. From what I've heard from Chris Claudel and working with Gregory and Pop Tart and all that, we are going to try to continue as their need will continue for sure.
Yeah.
I think we can do that enough to where we can help them along through that whole journey. I think that'd be great.
Jeremy Scroggin says, let me see. Oh, how's Lena doing? Was asked by David Hunt. And
Leanna, that's Jeremy's wife. She just had surgery.
Yeah, she said
she's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, not much pain anymore, at least in her throat. So that's good. We like when people stop hurting. I like it when I stop hurting, but I'm old, so I always hurt.
Yeah. I'm big, so I always hurt too, so I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Jeffrey?
Nothing much.
Right behind you?
Yeah, we got the Toys for Tots event here in Grapevine, Texas this year, December 17th. It's going to be a Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully we get well, it's going to be dual organization. So the U.S.A.C is going to be there doing a Toys for Tots as well. So we're really hoping for a big crowd. Um, it's funny, and we were talking about it last week. I don't know if we even mentioned it. So in lieu of a registration fee, so you don't have to pay the registration fee, you just bring in a toy. I
Right.
think somebody had said, do we just bring in a toy and pay? And I was like, no, 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 no. In place of paying for the registration fee, you just bring in a toy. And usually we don't really put a restriction or a limit or say, hey, it's one toy. But one toy per format.
New
Yep.
toy, preferably, I would imagine.
Yeah, new toy, unwrapped.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay. It's
Yep.
essentially, you're donating, and that's your your registration fee.
Yes.
So some people were a little confused about that, but yeah. So bringing a toy, you don't have to pay a registration fee. Yeah, and
I mean, us as judges are donating our time.
yeah,
DB Drag is
DB
donating
drag.
the
Yeah,
sanctioning fee.
exactly.
Yep.
And part of the whole deal is we as judges cannot accept any money. So even if you were to bring money instead of a toy, we can't accept it. So you need to bring us a toy. That's the deal we have with DB Drag Racing and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
just keep that in mind. And um, I don't find this as an issue so much because, like I said, the guys in the car audio community, they're generous. Um,
Hmm.
but the toys should
Mhm.
be at least a $20 value.
Yeah.
We don't police it, like
Of
Jeffrey
course.
said.
Or multiple that equal that.
Yeah,
You can
whatever.
bring $5 or $4
Yeah,
toys, and that's still,
Hmm.
yeah,
have a $20 value or more. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
We're not looking for dollar store stuff. Uh, remember these are going to go to kids. Kids are brutal.
Now
Uh,
we did do a Hot Wheels thing,
okay.
and we got a lot of Hot Wheels.
Did
Oh,
you?
Yeah.
Mel Valadez at the last Toys for Tots brought in a big old box of Hot Wheels. So
Yeah.
Are they
it must
still a
be a
thing?
thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I guess it must be still a thing.
Huh. Yeah, I figured, if you can't do it on your phone, it's probably not a thing anymore. So, because I think you can do
Right.
almost everything on your phone. Like all the toys you could play on your phone. Like it's got an app that you use to play it. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but all right. Well, so Jeffrey, that's December 17th for Jeffrey's.
Yes.
My
Mhm.
Toys for Tots at Mello's Auto Repair. That's going to be on December 10th, Sunday morning. I know there's one the week before, so I think December 3rd or 2nd or something like that down in Fresno, and then the week after there that one is going to be somewhere in Sacramento. I don't know where, but that's both those other two are going to be Iasca. So we don't discriminate against formats. So go participate. Share the love. Get some more
Oh yeah.
toys out to kids. That's all we really care about. That's what this season's
Mhm.
about.
Mhm.
Um, Time to
Yeah, we
fatten
just
up
had
a
our
little
Toys
bit.
for Tots last weekend.
Yeah, that's why we had Greg on here.
Mhm.
Gregory.
Chris
You
Yeah,
know,
Gregory.
Gregor. Yep.
Yep, that's what we wanted to talk about your Toys for Tots and stuff, and make
Oh
sure
yeah.
that people got out, and hopefully
Sweet.
it made
Appreciate
it
that.
grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Toys for Tots is, like I said, we don't do a lot of events that are for that kind of thing.
Mhm.
You will see one or two events pop up a year that is like a somebody's in a hard way, like
Hmm.
Jones,
Yep.
um, was. But in all reality, the car audio thing is look at me and check out what I can do all year long,
Hmm.
all the time. This is a
Hmm.
time for you to show off to the kids. Look at me and look what I can bring for the kids. All
Mhm.
right.
Of course.
If
Definitely.
you want to show off, that's how I want to see you guys show off this time of year. Just trying to help them out.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
usually,
of
like I
course.
said, they're in a way worse situation than you probably are, um,
Yeah,
especially
we're
if you can
blessed to do what
afford.
we can do. Why not help
Yeah.
out?
That's right. So, and you know, there's most people in this industry part Dave will even give you the shirt off his back, and that's not figurative.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll do it with a smile on my face. Hey,
So, yeah. So just keep that in mind when you guys are going to shows this next couple of weeks. Remember what we're given to. I will tell you, like I said, the Brian Nyman show. We're probably going to have 200 items to raffle off. I heard we have a Ruthless Audio amplifier. We got some DC Audio subs.
oh yeah, I was asking about if we could do online
right,
getting
yeah.
in on that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can. Jeffrey said that when they did it before, then whoever wins it would just have to pick up the shipping or whatever.
I think
So-
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
mentioned
Oh, it was
that.
Chris.
said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so randomly throughout the day, what we would do is if they bought on tickets online, you
Uh-huh.
would just write down their first and last ticket, and if it was in there, you'd like, oh, you won, and then you'd reach out to that person and be like, hey,
Got you.
if you want it, you got to pay to ship it. So how you want it.
Okay.
Maybe you should bring out the wheel, Doug, at the show.
The wheel.
The wheel, put it on the monitor, and then just put everybody's name as they
Oh.
as they buy
Yeah.
a ticket, and just do
Yeah.
the wheel.
Oh no, there's people that buy hundreds of dollars in tickets.
Jeez.
We usually
yeah.
raise like $7,000 to $8,000 in the raffle,
Sweet.
and that goes along with the 2 to 3 trailerfuls of toys. So
Nice. Nice.
like I said, this was the show that kicked off all of the other Toys for Tots and got Wayne to start, giving up Toys for Tots shows as part, he covers the entry fee. So that all started with the Nyman Toys for Tots stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Tiffany says, yeah, she says, I'm turning into an icicle. I need to go warm up. So, but anyway, guys, yeah, I am going to get out of here because it is chilly. But anyway, guys, hey, thank you for tuning in. Hey, thank you to Dave McKay for popping in. Remember, next week we're going to talk about rules. Rules. If you have any suggestions, Jeffrey has a couple of notes already that we can possibly bring up and talk about with you guys. But we're going to try and bring on the judges again next week, talk about rules. And if we don't have anybody asking about rules, we'll talk about the good old days again. That was fun.
Low problem days.
That's right. So anyway, we will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to Dave McKay. Thanks to my co-host, Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez, as always.
Once again, glad to be here.
We will see you guys next week on This Week in Car Audio, 5:30 p.m. California time. The only time that matters, even if I'm in Reno, still the only time that matters. But anyway,
we'll agree to disagree.
Oh, there's my thing. All right, guys. Anyway, we will see you next week. We out. Peace.
See you.
Click.